Welcome to this Tabletop Paper Company video. I'm super excited to talk about the upcoming Magic the Gathering Avatar: The Last Airbender set, and I've got a really special commander to highlight in this video. This video is going to have two main sections. The first main section is talking about the upcoming set, what we've seen so far, what we know, and is going to give really helpful context for why this commander is so special. But if you're already really intimate with the set, then you can go ahead and skip to the commander part. We recently got a sneak peek at over 100 cards from the upcoming set, which was really helpful for determining archetypes, and most importantly, we now know what the bending abilities do. Wizards of the Coast also released what products are going to be available when the set releases, and a lot of players have mixed feelings about the fact that there are no precons for this entire set. Instead, they're releasing a new product called the Commander Bundle, which has a handful of different products inside. It has boosters, it has one collector booster, lands. But I think not having precons is going to be a really unique situation with players who want to play with the new commanders but don't have a foundation to build their decks around. Personally, I always like building my own decks instead of buying precons, but for players who are used to precons, this is going to cause a lot more people to be buying cards that have good synergy with the new cards that are going to be released. So let's talk about the 4 bending abilities. First is Airbending. When a card has you airbend, you exile a target permanent you control, and while it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than to pay its mana cost. This is helpful for a few reasons. If someone's trying to target one of your permanents with a removal spell, you can airbend it and quickly get it out of the way so that it can't be targeted by their spell. And we've already seen cards already that have synergy with airbending, like Appa. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, you create a 1/1 ally creature token. The next bending ability we'll talk about is Earthbending. The Earthbending ability is also straightforward. Earthbend will always be followed by a number, and that number indicates how many +1/+1 counters you put on target land, and then it becomes a creature with haste. And then if it dies or is exiled, you return it to the battlefield tapped. We've seen tons of Earthbending related cards going up in price, especially as people are building their Toph decks. And if you're interested in staying up to date on when cards skyrocket in price because of combos like this, check out our weekly finance videos. The next ability we'll talk about is Waterbending, and is a lot more complicated than the other bending abilities. And that's because we're not seeing a straightforward waterbending ability. We're seeing the waterbend keyword followed by a unique ability to the card, and then it has the caveat: while paying a waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one pays for 1 colorless mana. Okay, now for the main reason you guys are here, the firebending ability. Like Earthbending, the firebending ability is followed by a number, and that number indicates how many red mana you add to your mana pool whenever this creature attacks. However, the mana only lasts until the end of combat. The mana disappearing is a significant downside and is the main reason we are here right now, because there's a commander from Modern Horizons 3 that is absolutely perfect for firebending. No, it's not Azula. It's Ashling Flame Dancer, which right now, as I'm making this video on August 29th, is only about $2.40. So if you're watching this video in the future, I'm sorry, because I'm sure this card is spiked already, but that's why you should subscribe and ring the bell so you stay on top of all of these updates. Ashling has 2 abilities that pair perfectly with firebending. The first is that you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. This means that as you're attacking with all your firebenders, you'll keep that mana past your combat stage, so you can play more than just instant spells and cards with flash. And as long as you're able to keep Ashling on the battlefield, you can continue to save up your red mana for some massive red spells. Ashling's second ability is whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, you discard a card, and then draw a card. If it's the second time this ability is resolved this turn, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. If it's the third time, add 4 red mana. And again, since Avatar: The Last Airbender isn't having precons, I would definitely recommend you start building your firebending decks now if you're interested in building one, because the price of high synergy cards like these are just going to continue to rise. Let me know in the comments down below if there are other cards you think have high synergy with firebending, and if you want to help out the video, please just leave a comment saying anything at all. It really helps the algorithm, and a like and a subscription, it helps us grow. So thanks so much for being here, and if you're thinking about building an Avatar deck in the future, please consider pre-ordering a pack from our Discord to help us out and support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, check out our TCG Player Store, and follow our Whatnot account for giveaways in the near future.